Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I am Test on a Quest, aka Johnny. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. As you can see, we are at the year 6 trade deadline, and we do have a interesting decision to make here. Because as you can see, we might have to do a double check. But the two big names I'm looking at is Quentin Byfield from LA and from Tampa, Anthony Cirelli. I think we have to go for it, especially with how our cap is going to be. But now that I just saw that there was a potential Chicago Blackhawk player on, we might have to add a player. So Franklin Starr is making 6.9 for the next 3 years, is a little bit angry. He can't be that bad, okay. I do think we'll probably stick with our other two options. So the Quentin Byfield. Right now, they just want Connor Zary still, as we saw in the last episode. And then Tampa Bay, they wanted either Bruce Witch a first and a second, Appleby a second and a second, or Blunden and a first. And I wasn't opposed to doing the Blunden and a first because who knows what Blunden will become if he even continues to develop. Now, obviously, he has a good start in the AHL this season for us. He's at 274. He's 24 goals already. So, we have such a stacked team. Like, where is he going to fit onto this team in the future? So, let's say you do bring in Quentin Byfield, that will just move Cole Resheshny down. And then Victor Fedorov would probably take that fourth line spot for Grinton, and then you would go Potter, Kakiniemi, and then obviously Grindon would be replaced by Quentin Byfield. That would be my plan. So I am going to take him out of the lineup for now, just because if I don't and we do end up trading him, our whole lines are going to get screwed. So he is going to have to sit for this one game. I do think before we do that, let's go back to contracts. So Alexander Holtz was so far the only one we haven't signed. He did want that full no movement clause, and we decided not to. How far can we get this? So we can, I think 11? We might be able to get him under 10, 11. If he'll do 4 years at 10.8, I'll do it. We don't have really much cap left. So that's probably where also, like, in the offseason, you probably move on from Sharon Govich. And probably, like, Kane Gooley. Like, we have cap, but we have to, like, be really specific on how we choose this now. As you can see by our record, we are with 97 points at the trade deadline, which will put us first in the league by like a long, long range. If we take a look here really quick, 97, and the next one is Washington at 79. We even have 40 regulation wins, 10 more than Vegas. Only 2 overtime or shootout wins. Like that's just has that even ever been done before in the NHL in like real life? Like that is crazy. So if we look at actually I don't think we have to really look at anything. We offered the contract to uh, Alexander Holtz. We looked at the 2 trade options we are going to consider. Let's just do it. So Grindon might be a little upset for being scratched in this game. We are going to be a conservative buyer. Let's go ahead and enter the trade deadline. Whoa, okay. David Pasternak is available. Now, I don't know if he wants to come here. I wasn't paying attention. but he doesn't want to come here. That would be an insane trade. That would be crazy. Okay, so let's so Quentin Byfield. We still get some offers, so it's either Connor Zari, Blunden a first, and Stock Celius. Okay. I do think Quentin Byfield is gonna be my first target. We are gonna give up that first. I believe we can take on the cap, but I am gonna see if they can retain just a little bit. They can get him to like under the double digit, so $3 million. Give up a first. I'll give up that goalie prospect if they want him. They don't want him. Okay. Obviously, we're gonna give Grindon. Where is he? So if we give up him and Grindon, still not enough. That's okay. They did want Stoxelius, which I'm okay with giving up as well. So first Grindon and Stoxelius. Will that go through? No. Okay. I think the next one's probably giving up a Colin Potter. I wouldn't really want to give up both of them though. You know what? I think we're gonna do that original deal. The one that they offered us, the second one. London the first and Stoxelius. We're gonna do that. There's no reason to not do that. Again, I'm just gonna try to get them to retain a little bit of salary here for us. $3 million would be perfect. And if they have like just some AHL players we can have, I mean Erickson and Yoki, they'll give us those two guys. I'll take it. So let's see. So London a first, Oxelius for Quentin Byfield, Erickson, and Yoki. Trade is accepted. Let's go. Ooh, we pulled it off. We now have a super duper top six. And now that we didn't move Grindon in that deal, I do think we'll probably move him here. Just try to get some assets for him. So Kovacevic, Banajad, a second. That's not bad. Can get a defensive prospect. I would prefer forward prospect. 2 seconds from Dallas. I prefer. I would prefer get a goalie prospect. As I was gonna say, I'd prefer that second to be from next year. That's not a bad one for Nashville. A second and Aiden Fink. Second and third in Maxwell. That's probably the winner right now. Christian Kyrou, Oliver Bonk, Mikhail Giliev, Nicholas Robertson, Ranford, a second, and Rogowski. It's not horrible. Might consider that one as well. A lot of medium league goalies, but they're probably like super low overalls. We don't need Brad Lambert. Okay, the one from Toronto. This one, Ranford is second, and Rogowski. Depending on what his overall is. It's a 54. Get out of here. We're not doing that. So we're gonna develop. Did they just trade him? No, they traded the other guy for Romanov. Oh my god. That's crazy work. I think then if we look at the deal, where was it? We're gonna take a second and a third. Yeah, second next year, a third this year, and Esh from the Rangers. So move on from him. Defensively, we do have Kane and Gooley. I mean, if he's such a good defensive though, like get Modine. Okay, I'm really just looking at the potential NHL players we can get back. Really, no one. I think obviously losing London in that first is extremely risky, but we have still such a young team, and we're gonna be moving on from Sharangovich in the off season, so who knows what that can get us. I think I like it. I think bringing in Quentin Byfield, who knows? Depending on what he wants, we might be able to keep him. I think that's it. I think we're good. So I'm gonna let this run until like 11:30, 11:45, and I will bring it back obviously if I make any other deals. But I will see you at the end. of the trade deadline. With 15 minutes to go in the deadline, we have not done anything, but I will say that there has been quite a bit of interesting moves that I can't wait to take a look at. As Montreal will move a second, Blake Vanek, DeVries for Bo Horvat. So Montreal picks up another centerman. Interesting. We'll take a look at that, of course. And the deadline has passed. So, of course, we saw that one, Bo Horvat to Montreal. Ivan Murchenko went to LA. Minor league deal, minor league deal. Mikhail Gulyayev went to Carolina from Pittsburgh. Jaeger Fergus is now a New Jersey Devil. Some minor league deals. Jimmy Snuggerud is now an Edmonton Oiler for 2 goalie prospects. Okay. Jonathan Kovacevic goes from Boston to Utah. Frank Nazar is a Colorado Avalanche for a second and a third. Maybe we should have done that. Artem Zub is now in Tampa from LA. Minor league deal, minor league deal. Riker Evans is now Dallas Star. Vegas acquired Mika Zibanejad, Wyatt Kaiser for a second and a fourth from Boston. Damn. And that was our deal for trading away Matvey Grindin. Toronto picked up Alexander Romanov. Mike Matheson is now a Dallas Star. And of course, that was our deal for Quentin Byfield and then 2 AHL players for Blunden and Stockselius and a first. We'll see how that does. Vancouver traded E2 Lestrein and Elias Peterson, defenseman, to Vegas for a second, a third, and a goalie prospect. Minor league deal. Jonas Siegenthaler is now a Shark from Pittsburgh. Devin Tate and Morgan Barron are now a Washington Capital from Colorado. And that was it. Okay. So I'm going to set up our lines with Quentin Byfield, and I will show you what we're looking like for the rest of the year 6 season. So our lines for the rest of the season, Alexander Holtz, Alexis Joseph, and Brett will still be our first line, but now our second line is Matt Coronado, Quentin Byfield, Connor Zary, Huberto, Rasheshny, and Cherengovich, and then Fedorov, Jesperi, Kotkaniemi, and Cullen Potter will be the fourth line. Defensively, still Appleby, Perek, Brewsterwich with Caden Gooley, and we have Middleton with Mackenzie Weegar. Power play, we now have Byfield, Joseph, Perek, Coronado. I forgot to swap those two guys. So I think we're looking pretty good. And obviously, I didn't take a look at what the contract. So Quentin Byfield does not want to come. That's okay. He would want $14 million. I don't know if we're in that type of position. So I don't think we have anything else to do but to other than simulate. So let's finish this regular season. So Alexander Holtz has ejected again, so we'll have to re-talk to him. Mackenzie Weegar's out till the 19th with a pulled groin. Ouch. That's 3 wins in a row. 4 wins in a row, 2 in a row with Quentin Byfield. I think we just qualified for the playoffs. Yep, we did. Thank you, Mr. Bruce Cassidy. So 5 wins in a row, 3 in a row with Quentin Byfield. Another win, hell yeah. 6 in a row. Do lose to Vancouver, but Mackenzie Weegar is. So let's get Mackenzie Weegar. Zach LaRue was the okay. So I guess it must have sent down Declan. So we'll call I guess we'll just call Babs on they'll swap positions. AHL's gonna need a little bit of work. So let's see. Dembensky came out. I don't know why the hell he came out of the lineup. It says a -2, but it shouldn't be a -2. It should be a +2. Seattle, it's a shootout loss, but it's a point. Shootout loss to Nashville. That's okay. Come on, guys, let's pick it up here. Seattle's a win. So points in 3 straight games. 4 straight games with a point. Perfect. Chicago, that's a win. We have Utah up next. Grills Rupin is out till May 24th, so we lose our backup. So we are gonna call up Scott Wedgwood. He'll be the backup for the playoffs, I guess. Hopefully we do not lose Dustin Wolf because that will hurt us. Put him into the lineup as well. Okay, I guess I gotta keep a look at the AHL lineup as well after the deadline. St. Louis, it's a loss, but it's still a point. Pittsburgh, it's a win. Let's go. San Jose, that's a win. Perfect. St. Louis, that's a loss. Detroit Red Wings have fired Todd McKellen. McKellen? Okay, I cannot speak English today. Do lose to the Sharks. Vegas is a win. And last game of the regular season is a win. So we end the season with 126 points. The only team to go above 110, the only team to go above 115, and the only team to go above 120. Wow. 58 wins. So let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. Matt Coronado. Okay. So Matt Coronado with 96 points, 44 goals, 52 assists. This was his best year ever. Alexander Holtz just put up 56 goals. Okay. Jesper Bratt put up 87, so like I said, 76 for Zari's pretty good. Quentin Byfield with 69. How do you do for us? 15 and 18, I'll take that. +2, 8 penalty minutes, 4 power play points. I don't mind that. Zane Prek also at 69. Sharon Govich with 67. Alexis Joseph with 64 and 71. Huberto had 60. So even though he's basically falling off, no more 20-goal seasons, but he puts up 51 assists. He might hit 900 assists next year. He'll probably be on the 4th-line power play too. Clover Szczesny with 59, Bruce Deutsch with 32, 30 for Fedorov, Kinguli with 27. Okay. That's 25 for Jacob Middleton, so that's pretty good. Perfect. And then our goalies. Dustin Wolf, 49 wins. No shutouts, but a 908, 2.72 goals against average. Grills Rubin went 9-2-4 with one shutout of 914 and a 2.58 goals against average. And Scott Wedgwood got into 2 games, went 1-1. So the entire league. Well, forwards actually. So Austin Matthews had 114 points, 64 goals, 50 assists. Scoring king went to Matthews, McKenna with 57, Alexander Holtz was 3rd with 56, Kyle Connor at 52, David Pastrnak did end up not getting traded, Leon Draisaitl at 50. Shout out Jonathan Ladermacki, 49 goals, 100 points. Austin Matthews, Ladermacki, and Draisaitl were the only forwards at 100. You did have McKenna and McDavid with 99, and Coronado was 96. Defensively, Evan Bouchard, who did just win the Art Ross as a 4, was a defenseman. Kel McCarr had 104, 90 for Quinn Hughes, 89 for Sanderson. Schaefer, Sanderson at 82, so did Zach Rowinski. Goalies, the winningest did go to Dustin Wolf. Shutout King went to Levi Merilainen. Save percentage for a starter probably went to Silvos. I cannot speak. Damon Clara or Arthur Silvios. Probably just won the Vezina. You could also say probably Blomqvist. It's gonna be interesting. Rookie skaters, Yansuchi with a -1. Put up 42. Aldridge Baran put up 42. So it's probably gonna be Yansuchi. Of course, Victor Fedorov kind of fell off. If we go back, obviously. Entire league, we were the best team. 58 wins, 2-1 regulation wins. Points percentage, goals for per game. We had 4, so the best in the NHL. Goals against, we were also the best. Power play percentage at 25 would put us second behind Edmonton. Penalty kill percentage would put us first with 86.9. Perfect. Let's scored 3 shorthanded goals. Montreal scored 10. Oh my god. We were actually correct. Damn, we were good at home ice. 30, 70, and 4 on the road. 28, 7, and 6. We're entering the playoffs at 7, 2, and 1. I guess one last thing before I forget. Let's go back to entire league. The worst team in the league was Chicago. Detroit was also there. LA, Boston, and Pittsburgh are your bottom 5. Wow. So let's see. Who are we taking on in the first round? It's going to be a rematch of last year's Western Conference Finals. So if you enjoyed this episode and you cannot wait for the next episode, which will be the playoffs, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. And I will catch you in the next episode. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Ciao.
Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never run